everyone, Jammo here. The time has come and passed at last. The Splatoon 3 Splatoon 3 Splatfest demo has finally happened. The world's first proper hands-on look at Splatoon 3. I spent most of my time playing it during the day, linking up with friends, and aiming for total annihilation of the other teams. Me and my rock comrades all stood united and fought for the glory of Shiver, and valiantly won. As we hang up our rock trophies, I bring you my thoughts and highlights from the whole ordeal. Jumping into it, the game became very apparent it was different from Splatoon 2. Yes, I'm referring to the box mechanic. I was keen to see how it would work, and whether it would be a good inclusion or not. I won't lie, my muscle memory of instantly swimming out into battle after getting splatted took some adjusting to get used to this new mechanic, but overall, I think it's a pretty nifty way to start a match. A veteran from Splatoon 1 told me that all the specials felt more akin to the ones from that game, but more refined and balanced for competitive use. While I can't speak about that from personal experience, I'll take his word for it. These new specials will definitely take some getting used to though, that's for sure. However, some I really like. Favourites include the Bubbler and the Tentacooler. In regard to the new weapons, I don't like stringers, they splat like rakes, but the Splatanas are just as cool as I hoped they'd be. I never thought I wanted a melee weapon like an ink brush, with the ability to snipe like a charger. Granted, it's not that powerful, but it is quick, and hardly drains ink, so I'm a happy camper. Shame it's not paired with the Ninja special. One thing I really liked was the fact that I can use the stamp now. Yes, finally! In Splatoon 2 I struggled using this bloomin' stamp special, but here I can handle it far easier. It also looks a lot smoother, which is another thing to mention. The animations all feel pretty smooth. The ink from the Booyah Bomb is just another example. If I had to describe my experience of the game in one word, I think I would choose optimize. It seems all the minor annoyances fans didn't like from previous Splatoon games ironed out, and the game is just more user-friendly for the player, giving us stuff to do during matchmaking so we can actually improve our skills, not being forced out of your team during a disconnected Splatfest match, even shutting down a match entirely when somebody disconnects early on. Hell, the fact we see other players in the lobby might stop people from squid parties in turf now. I doubt it, but I didn't get squid bagged once during the 8 hours I was playing. Wishful thinking, I suppose. One thing I don't really have a comment on is the tricolour battles. In the end I only got to try 3 of them, all of which resulted in my team losing. So you can tell I was quite surprised when we got the news Rock won. What I can say about it though, is they are very interesting. It will probably take some more getting used to. I'm thankful they tried it on an old map that I was more familiar with, rather than throwing us into a completely new one, like the other turf war battles in this Splatfest. That brings me on to talk about the battle maps in general. Those I'm a little more unenthusiastic about. I liked some of them, namely Mahi Mahi Resort, sorry Peta, and Eel Tail Alley, but the rest of them weren't all that interesting. I'm not sure whether all of them were maps that we see in the main game themselves, or if any were Splatfest exclusive like Shifty Station was, but these maps work I guess. Just could be a lot better in my opinion. At least we know more to come in the future. I anticipate what they'll choose next to bring back, and what they choose next to add in. Now, one last thing which harkens back to the smoothness discussion previous. Nintendo put a lot of care into the overall presentation of the game. Something I adore is the ink trails left behind in the ink. Yes, I know that was a thing before, but now you can see all the trails you've been in. Give it a try when you're matchmaking next. You'll definitely be surprised. You'll see ink trails from like 5 minutes ago still there. I don't think they vanish over time, from what I've seen at least. And also, has anyone else noticed Little Judd is looking a lot more spiky than usual? No, not you Spike. Spiky more like an urchin. With that being said, my overall take on the demo, that it was great fun. I'm glad to have been a part of it, especially to get swept up in all of the pre-game hype. Has my opinion changed? Given that it was slightly disappointed, but optimistic after the presentation, to now playing the game, I've got to be honest, I am. I'm a lot more excited, I realised the game doesn't really need to have this big fancy new mode, and even then, it does offer a lot of new content we haven't played before. Just, it refines the old gameplay, something which I think most sequels should do. Granted, there was nothing inherently wrong about Splatoon 2's gameplay, but here, it just cranks everything up a notch. And that's why I'm looking forward to playing this on launch day. I hope you are too, and again, like always, I'll see you in the Splatlands.